Yep.
Yeah.
I guess the scary part, what I think about is the whole idea of, I guess, especially in different countries like Japan, you think of it, how much even, young men have relationships with their AI. Like it's actually a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's actually a whole
Yeah.
thing. And we're not talking about a physical object here. They're actually just messaging,
Have you seen them like marry their AI?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
like,
they're a lot.
so you can actually do
or
that.
like
Yeah, there are a lot of.
there's actually, I think there's a disproportionate amount of males to females in Japan, so they literally like marry a
Yeah.
like a, I don't know what it is.
I think the
They can anyway.
well because no, it's because like
It's like I'm about to say something and I don't want to
You're
admit why I know it.
Chris, like, I already have 3 wives.
but Japan's reproduction rate is a big problem there, and it's very interesting because of it's really hard to say exactly, but like the culture of can I say the word there? The culture of sexuality there. Demonetized. I'm so sorry. The culture there, it's at some points it's like very closed, like people don't talk about it, but at the same time, because people don't talk about it, like people don't really like police it as much. And I guess because people don't really like talk about relationships in that way, like very openly, and because it's not because stuff like their work and how like life and how people affect that, like it just kind of causes them to be like, you know what, I want to be by myself, and I don't want to pursue relationships.
So what you're saying is society is like even though it may not be intentional, society is creating.
It's a society, yes.
Yeah, it's creating a like a self-fulfilling thing where it's just like getting less and less interconnected, and so less and less relationships are happening, therefore lower birth rate.
Yeah, that's Japan's problem. But I think it's also, it could be, I don't know if it's happening like in Western countries, because we still treasure like relationships in a very like, like close way. Like I don't think we've had that problem yet. But.
And since oh man.
Sorry.
No, I had something to say, and then it's gone now.
Go on, son.
It was something about what you said.
AI. Well, the only reason I mentioned the relationship thing, because I guess the next step would that be like if you actually had a robot. I mean, they've got robots doing that, and then actually had all that type of thing.
It's like the Robin Williams movie.
Yeah, Bicentennial Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a weird movie.
Did he
See,
pirate
and
it?
that brings up and that brings up a lot of other ethical questions in that as well too, so
Can you be any less clear?
but as in like I'm just trying to
we can edit if we have to, you're right.
No,
So what you're saying is like people creating sex robots and stuff, does that end up taking society to a bad place?
Well, you could say that, yeah. I mean, obviously, primarily that you'd hope they weren't going to be used just for that, but
What else?
This is what
we're talking about relationships, Steve.
okay, Snugglebots.
Snugglebot.
Well, they actually have professional snugglers.
Yes.
Yeah, which is actually quite fascinating.
Do you think that like hypersexuality has like led to a decrease in it?
Yes, it has. There's actually
That's crazy, isn't it?
the statistics.
Like so, as in-
Hypersexualization.
Yeah, it has led to like a
Oh,
decrease in
okay.
the
Yeah.
But literally, I was listening to Jordan Peterson was talking about it. And he was saying how young people, like statistically, are having far less sex than they have in any other previous generation now, and the availability of sexualized content is at an all-time high. And they're positing that there's like a relationship between those two metrics. So.
Well, I guess it's, are they having instant gratification or having a gratification you have to work for?
Yeah, but no, that's exactly right.
Let's be honest.
Yes,
about it.
that's right. I mean, pornography is much easier to interact with.
Yeah.
And so if it takes effort and energy to go and build a relationship, and whether people are just saying, well,
But I guess that's a
too
society.
hard.
It's just like, well, why work at a relationship where I can already have the thing that I desire and then just be put it away and get on with life?
Don't people like desire a relationship though?
I don't know. It's like
I
do. I'm personally.
Yeah, like for me, like
Yeah,
I'm
I
not in a
do
relationship
personally.
because I want a relationship, like
Yeah,
not
and
for
that,
anything else.
but I I agree.
Like, cool side benefit, but
Yeah, yeah, but like, I agree, but I don't think it's as simple as that. I think it's a case of the way the human brain works, the amount of like dopamine that gets released, it becomes like the longer people delay interaction with the opposite sex and learning how to navigate relationships, the longer that people avoid that, and if they're using pornography or whatever to like keep themselves away from those sort of things, the wall gradually gets higher, right? The cost of entry into the relationship game becomes more and more challenging. So even though they may want that, it becomes progressively harder for them to get out of their own comfort zone to go and get.